How's everyone doing? I recently went through some boxes that I had of movies because I got a couple extra bookcases, so I was going through everything trying to organize some stuff, and I found a box that had a bunch of steelbooks. So I'm going to go ahead and show you that. Eep! Almost dropped it. That would have been disastrous. There we go right there. Thumbnail face. And as always, if you've seen any of these movies, definitely let me know what you think about it, why I almost dropped this. Alright, there's a paper slip under that, made that a little bit unstable. First up is the Canadian Blu-ray Steelbook for The Town. Now, these are all Blu-ray Steelbooks. This is the one that was out of print and was going for like 50 bucks or more at one point, and then they re-released it here in the States, but it didn't have the interior artwork. This one has the interior artwork. So that's key. And I love this movie, a fantastic heist movie. If you like movies like Heat, I would definitely recommend this one. To me, it's one of the best heist movies out there. Fantastic performances from the whole cast. I really like Jeremy Renner. And Ben Affleck is just a fantastic director. This is his follow-up to his directorial debut, Gone Baby Gone. And I will say my only slight criticism was the romantic aspect towards the end was a little bit much for me personally. But everything about this movie besides that was just perfection to me. And again, just a great cast in here. Jeremy Renner, John Hamm, Rebecca Hall, Ben Affleck, Blake Lively, a bunch of other recognizable faces in here too. And it's a nice matte finish. And I will go ahead and show you, hey, there's a digital copy. I don't know if this is any good or not. Yeah, it expired 2011, but I think sometimes you can still redeem it. So if that's possible, this is all yours, whoever gets to see this first. There you go. Hopefully you get that. And it has the 2 discs. And I'll go ahead and show you the interior artwork real quick. Includes the extended cut. I don't know if the US version has the extended cut or not. And then a digital copy right there as well. And there you go. There is the interior artwork. I definitely appreciate the interior artwork. Some great scenes right there from the movie. I know a lot of the ones that, you know, Best Buy exclusive and Walmart exclusive, and a bunch of different ones like that, they had no interior artwork. And that's just kind of a shame to me. I get that it's a, oh, maybe you can only... Yeah, I think I'm giving you this code, but I think you can only use it with the disc. I think it's one of those jobs. Or maybe there's some way around that, I don't know. But yeah, you know, all those ones, they're price pointed, inexpensive, but you get what you pay for. The interior artwork, for me, it was worth it. I got this from a trade from another YouTuber on here a long time ago, so very thankful for that opportunity. Next up is Casino right here from Scorsese. Love this edition, beautiful. I think this was Play.com is where I got this from before they went out, and now Zavvy's taken over. But love the heck out of this edition right here. Casino's D-Boss right there on the front cover. And Joe Pesci, De Niro, Sharon Stone, all incredible. The scene towards the end, one thing I will say, again, minor criticism, there's a couple parts where I think that it was a little bit long, but that's just a minor criticism. But the part where they're arguing and fighting and she's going through the closet and she's all on drugs is just awesome to me. I love that. Fantastic, strong performance. And Joe Pesci, I just love him. He plays like deplorable characters just perfectly to me. Another great mobster movie. I think Goodfellas is probably one of my all-time favorites. Casino to me is, it's close up there. I'd say top 5 for me. I really love Casino. And there's the interior artwork, the dice. And I don't think there's anything behind here. Nah. But I'll just go ahead and show you that. But love the heck out of this movie. Another movie that I love for that I consider a mobster movie or gangster movie is Bronx Tale. It's a coming-of-age movie too, but you have Sonny, who's an incredible, iconic to me gangster, and love the heck out of that movie. If you haven't seen Bronx Tale, definitely do that. De Niro in there, great cast. Check that out. Just beautiful. So I've talked about it many times before, but can't recommend it enough. And I find not a lot of people have known about it or seen it. So do yourself that favor and check it out, and thank me later. Next up is The Hunt for Red October. I remember watching this back when it came out. Love the heck out of this one. Tom Clancy novel adaptation of Jack Ryan. Probably one of the best Jack Ryan adaptations out there. And Sean Connery was great. Alec Baldwin was great. One of Alec Baldwin's best performances as well. Although I did really like him in Beetlejuice. But a great steelbook. This was a Walmart exclusive. This is actually, I believe, like an iron pack. One of those ones right there, or metal pack. There's different names for it. But the hinge, there's no middle section right there. That's how you can decipher it from a steelbook. But there's the disc, and I'll go ahead and show you the interior artwork right there. Great action, espionage, and the submarine right there. And the director, John McTiernan, is a fantastic action director. He directed Die Hard and Die Hard with a Vengeance, which are personally my two favorite movies of the Die Hard franchise. He also directed the first Predator movie and Medicine Man, 13th Warrior, Nomads, a bunch of different great action films. Oh, Last Action Hero as well. And he did a fantastic job here with The Hunt for Red October, and a great adaptation, again, from Tom Clancy's novel. And for me, one of the better Jack Ryan adaptations, and a really nice looking steelbook. I appreciate that it had the interior artwork. A lot of ones, these exclusives for Walmart and things like that, didn't have that, so very thankful. And it's a glossy cover, which I think works well for it. I love the look of that. Beautiful. Next up is the Watchmen. I have several different editions for this one. I love the movie. Zack Snyder was fantastic for this film. Just a visually stunning movie. And I remember reading the comic books as a kid. They were comic books before you put them into the graphic novel. I think it was, the illustrator was David Gibbons, I think. And then, of course, Alan Moore, the writer, right there. And I remember it's always a darker comic book, and this has interior artwork as well. It's a matte finish and director's cut and special features. And there we go. And if you've seen The Watchmen or read the comics, let me know who your favorite character is. For me, it's a toss-up between Rorschach and the Comedian, personally. And there's lots of people talking about Dr. Manhattan and his glowing blue junk in here. But love this film. Just, to me, this is a classic comic book movie right here. One of the best out there. Very happy with that one. Next up is Doom. This was, I'm not sure if this is a Walmart exclusive or not, but I love the design right here. I love this movie too. I know a lot of people didn't like it, but I thought it was great sci-fi action with some horror elements to it as well. I really enjoyed the performance of Carl Urban and The Rock in here. I really like The Rock as an actor. I think he can do action, comedy, a little bit of everything. He's an actor that I really enjoy, and everything that he puts out I try to watch. And I like the comic book art right there. And then there's a digital copy code for this too. I don't see an expiration date on that, so if you want it, here you go. First come, first serve. And then there's an advertisement for some more right there of the different comic book style steelbooks. I really like the design for the Big Lebowski one. A lot of these ones I don't like the designs for, honestly, but I do like the Big Lebowski one. And it's a 2-disc one right here. And then it's a Blu-ray DVD combo pack and digital copy, so you're covering all the bases. No interior artwork though, but some great action in here. Next up is Face Off. I want to take your face off. I'm sorry, there's some really cheesy lines in this one, and I do think it does have some camp appeal to it, but there's some good action. It's directed by John Woo, who back in the day was known as the Martin Scorsese of Asia. So it's, like I said, it's campy, good action, but there are some really good scenes in it too. While I do kind of say it's, you know, got that camp appeal, there are some really cool scenes in here. I remember the one scene where there's like the wall separating them, and they're kind of like talking to each other at the wall. You get that kind of look of both their faces. I just thought that was a really cool scene. And overall, it's some good action. And John Travolta and Nicolas Cage right there. And John Woo, great action director. Next up is Paranormal Activity 3. This basically, you know, Paranormal Activity 3 is it's not one of my favorite ones. The second one's my favorite one. I'm not a huge fan of the series overall. But the first one was like one of my least favorite ones. I know everybody loved that one, but to me, there was nothing special about it. Again, basic found footage. Bumps in the night, you hear noises, and then you get that that 1 second shot at the end. The payoff just wasn't worth it. But I love the design to this steelbook. This one is definitely better than the first one in my opinion. Second one, like I said, is my favorite. I can't remember which is this. I think this might be German. I think this is the German edition. Pretty sure. And here you go. I didn't even realize this one had the digital copy. It's all yours if you want it. Right there. So a bunch of digital copies, and there's interior artwork right here. I remember this is one of the ones where it showed scenes. It's a Blu-ray DVD digital copy combo pack, so again covering all the bases. But it's one of those ones where the trailer had scenes in it that weren't in the movie, like this scene right there wasn't in the movie. I remember there were a lot of people complaining about that. And it seems to be like kind of a gimmick now, where you see a lot more trailers doing that, where they show scenes that aren't actually in the movie. I'm not sure if it's just trying to draw people in or throw people off or whatever the deal is. But I do like the concept of it. To me, I remember one thing too. I did a full movie review for this when it came out. The whole setting, to me, it didn't really seem like, you know, a lot of ones, they kind of do it more like authentic. It didn't really, you know, set the time period for me. But I do like the design a lot. And, you know, I can't say it's terrible. It's just not, you know, my favorite kind of genre, the found footage genre. I'm not huge on it. But it does have some replay value. Again, I like it way better than the first one. There's things actually going on in it. And it's a nice matte finish. Next up is The Woman from Lucky McKee. Love the heck out of this one. He also did May, which I also really enjoy. I would love to see May get a Blu-ray release. And this was written by Jack Ketchum and Lucky McKee, the adaptation. And it was kind of a sequel to The Offspring. There's a movie for that out there. I think it was, might have been one of the like After Dark horror films or one of those types of ones. That one wasn't that great really, but this one is gritty, dirty, raw, unnerving. The fantastic performance from the lead actress right here who plays the woman, Pollyanna McIntosh. Fantastic. And the father in here was really good as well. He basically finds this feral woman and cages her up in this like shed and basically tortures her, and you find out that he's crazy and the family's nuts. And the sister, once you find out the sister in here, that scene was awesome, and I love the ending to it. Just fantastic, and I love the look to this too. Very glossy steelbook. This is the German one. I know recently they put out a UK one as well. I'm kind of partial to this one. I've had this one for a while, and this is one thing I thought was funny. I remember this little booklet in here. It says "Nix for Justin Bieber." I guess I'm not sure exactly what that means. I lived in Germany for 4.5 years as a kid, Frankfurt, and when I moved back to the States, I didn't retain the language because nobody else spoke it. It's when I was younger. So I do want to go back to Germany. I remember the Rhine River, the castles. There's so much. The country's beautiful. Oktoberfest, I can drink legally now. So I like to go back for that. But I do want to relearn the language as well, because to me, I don't know exactly what that means, but I'm going to guess not for Justin Bieber or something like that. So there's some different advertisements for different movies. That looks like sensual Enter the Void. There's no nudity. They're being covered up, so that's okay. Doberman, a few other movies. And there's the shot of the woman. Love that shot right there for the interior artwork. But again, just a fantastic horror movie. No interior artwork on behind the disc, but there is on that side, which is great. If you like horror movies that are dirty, psychological, and just crazy, highly recommend this one. Next up is Inglorious Bastards right here. Love this one. This is the Canadian one. And this is probably my favorite steelbook for this one. There's a bunch of different ones. And Inglorious Bastards right there is debossed on the gun right there, the gun butt. And then there's a knife going through the Nazi symbol. And Brad Pitt was great in here. And there you go, scalping Nazis. And then this movie basically, directed by Quentin Tarantino, basically brought Christoph Waltz to American audiences. He's done tons of films before, and this is like, I'm not sure if it's his first American film or not, but it basically put him in the forefront here. And I believe he won an Oscar for his role in here, supporting role in here, as the evil Nazi in here, and he was fantastic in it, and he's been fantastic in so many different movies since then. Django Unchained especially, I really liked him there. Really good Nazi film, Nazi war film, taking down Nazis, and the Hitler, the scene at the movie theater was awesome. So many great scenes in this one actually. Really enjoy a lot of the performances in here, especially Christoph Waltz. Great job from Alliance Films on this steelbook release. Love the look to it. Next up is Expendables II right here, which I got from a buddy on here. I think I won this in this contest. The movie vlog, JB, Kryptonian guy. I'm not sure if he goes for the movie vlog or Kryptonian guy now. I know a lot of times you can change your name on there, so forgive me if I can't fully recall. I'm pretty sure on Instagram you go by the movie vlog, but he's an awesome guy. Definitely check his channel out, and really cool. I'm pretty sure this was for his contest forever ago, and definitely check him out though. Really great collection, but really like the steelbook too. The interior artwork is really awesome. And another digital copy right here for you. Finding digital copies left and right. There you go. There. And that shot is awesome with all of them doing kind of like the Last Supper scene right there. There's the disc artwork. And actually, I like this one better than the first one personally. I think it had a lot of great action in here. and action explosions. You know what you're getting with Expendables movies. A lot of fun. Next up are some Resident Evil Steelbooks. I know a lot of people don't like the franchise. The first two are my favorites. I really did like the first one from Paul W. S. Anderson. He's done a lot of the different Resident Evil movies, not to be confused with Paul Thomas Anderson, who's directed some great films. But these ones, I know, they get crapped on, but I love especially the first two. Those are by far my favorite. And then for a while, I was getting into trying to get them all. There's actually one of the ones, I'm not sure if it's called Damnation. It was one of the CG animated ones. I think that was definitely one of the better ones of the series as well. But the first two are fantastic. I love the heck out of it. Great sci-fi, action. It's got that kind of design right there. I think these were Walmart exclusives. A really nice steelbook, and love the sci-fi elements to it. The first one, I love the heck out of it. Some great tension in it, some creepy elements going on. Resident Evil Apocalypse is again my second favorite. I like the big creature, especially towards the end, and it has that kind of like a metal grate design right there. And I think Mila Jovovich, however you say her name, my apologies. I think she's a great action star. And next up is Resident Evil Extinction. Not one of my favorites of the franchise. Honestly, probably one of my least favorites of the franchise. But still, there are some elements that I do appreciate about it. Some of the creatures in here, and you know, they're unique looking and cool. And this one right here, which I have opened, but for whatever reason I kept the little J card on here. And now I've got to like peel it back off. It's been sitting in this box for like a while, but I love the looks of this steelbook right here, Resident Evil Afterlife. Oh yeah, this is the, I don't know, the Executioner guy that looked awesome in here. That was one of the highlights for sure. And I don't know, no digital copy in this one, but you get a coupon, which is probably long expired. Yeah, 2011. Oh yeah, I remember that one too with the crazy mouth thing. That was awesome. But some good action and some good, you know, action sci-fi. And that's really what you watch these movies for. You know what you're getting yourself into with these Resident Evil movies. Some better than others. But again, the first two are probably my favorite. And next up is Sherlock Holmes right here with Robert Downey Jr. This is basically when he was coming back into fame and success again with Iron Man and Sherlock Holmes. And then you've got Jude Law, Rachel McAdams, Mark Strong. Really enjoy Mark Strong as an actor. And this is directed by Guy Ritchie. And my favorite movies from him are always going to be Snatch and Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. Love the heck out of those films. And I really did enjoy this one. The sequel I did not enjoy, Game of Shadows. I hated the parts where they would go through the things in their head and then replay them out. I just thought that kind of took away from the film. I didn't care for that at all. But this one I liked a lot. No interior artwork. I can't remember if this was a Best Buy exclusive or Target, Walmart, one of those ones. But it's the matte finish, and I really enjoy the heck out of this one. And next up is Clash of the Titans right here, which is similar to the Sherlock Holmes ones right here, where it was either a Best Buy exclusive, Target, or Walmart exclusive, where there's no interior artwork. There's the disc artwork right there, though. But it's a nice matte finish, nice looking steelbook. And I did think it was a decent movie. The sequel I didn't quite like as much. Again, same thing with Sherlock Holmes. I thought this one had some really good, you know, fantasy action going on. Some good CG, the different creatures right there. And this was directed by Louis Leterrier, who directed some other action movies as well. I think he did The Incredible Hulk. There's that one I think he did with Jesse Eisenberg, or Look Where They Are, or Don't Look Now, or something like that. But this one right here, again, I did enjoy the fantasy action to it. And I really do like Sam Worthington in here. Gemma Arterton, who's doing a lot of different things. Mads Mikkelsen, who's a fantastic actor. And, of course, Liam Neeson, Ralph Fiennes. A great cast in here overall. So there you go. Here was my stack of Blu-ray Steelbooks that I just refound because they've been in a box for like a year. I'm finally going through a lot of these boxes and getting my collection properly organized, and I'm going to put them up on the shelves soon, and you'll see a full collection overview coming up, including a full Steelbook collection overview. So there you go, right there. There's my Blu-ray Steelbook haul, if you will, rehaul. So again, let me know if you've seen any of these movies and what you think of them as well. Leave me a comment or video response down below. Hope everyone's doing well. Take care.